Thank you. Tyron, Jake.
Lower, please.
Face out.
That boy don't believe in himself, bro. Hey, Jack, you don't believe in himself. Look at him. He worried about us more than anything.
All right, Jake, give us that shot. Face out.
That kid don't believe in himself.
3, 2. Let's get the rest of the party. Let's do the rest of the party. One right here.
Don't believe in himself, man.
Get out of the way.
Don't book a cheap hotel. Book an expensive.
Round 2, Jake. Round 2. Come on down.
Step down, same order.
Daniel, come on down. Ivan, come on down. Everybody up front. Charles.
Just seconds.
That's it. Right in there. Yep.
Everyone in the front needs to.
Can we get some shots of the track to make it?
Daniel's in there. Thank you. Step back, guys.
Let's go,
Step back.
Tanner. Let's go, Tanner.
As much as possible.
No, just a case.
Again, the left side.
Yes. Stand down in front, okay, Don? Thanks, George. Nice looking car, right? Anthony, we good?
It's my job.
Looks
man.
good?
It's my job.
Mine too.
Right. All right, thank you, guys.
It's Jake and Amanda, please.
Why are you talking to me?
What are you talking to, dog?
Hey, Ty.
You talking to my mom, right?
Yeah, he's talking to your mom. No.
I'm fucking sleepy right now.
Do it then, bitch.
No.
Do it then. Do it then, bitch.
Green light.
Do it then, bitch.
This motherfucker move.
Do it then, bitch.
No, hey, you know what?
Green light.
Yo.
I know you don't know the fucking put it in there like an airplane.
We don't do that.
You a whole and a half. That's what you are.
All talk, this guy is. All talk.
Come on, dog.
Come on, shake it up. Shake the roll. We here. And it's a lot of
I don't give a fuck about my own. Now you, not you, not you, motherfucker. Now what? Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
That's his mom.
Come on. Stop it. I'm sitting with his mom. Ain't no disrespect on this part. I'm sitting with his mom. You don't do that. Like I said, I'm just with disrespect. I fucking out of school. I gotta have respect. Hey, listen. Bitch up, I'm fuck everybody. Don't say shit to me. I know you know.
Everyone here? Everyone here? Marco.
It's the fight game, Jalen.
Yeah, bro, you know,
It's the fight game, right? That's what happens,
I'm
right?
chilling, bro. It's part of the game.
How's
It's part of the game.
how's Jake Paul doing? You spar with Jake this camp as well?
We always spar.
How'd that go?
And you know better, nigga. It's my motherfucking mom, nigga. You know better than that shit, cuz. Say shit to your motherfucking. But you know that ain't cool. I didn't say you did, but you know it ain't cool. Check that shit, dog. I'm saying check that. I'm saying check that on some G shit. You a fucking old bitch.
Kick his ass, Woodley.
Check that shit.
Mama Woodley, you almost took him out yourself. You almost took him
Fuck
out
it.
yourself.
You heard me?
Yeah, I heard.
This ain't no joke, y'all.
Yep, I'm just gonna stay there.
You went too far. Now they can say what they want, yell and talk. I need calm down. Calm down. Let me go and walk out.
Yeah, it's doing good. Just stay, give us a little space.
Yeah, so I could keep you updated, but it's probably not gonna happen, to be honest. We could try to do it today, but
Oh, where is she though?
That's what I'm saying.
Here, I'll go.
Go get her.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Buckeye State, also known as Cleveland, Ohio, Believeland, or commonly known as the Land. This is the final press conference for Paul versus Woodley. I'm Brian Custer. I'm the host of Showtime Championship Boxing. Paul versus Woodley, main event of a stacked card of boxing. It is presented by Showtime Pay-Per-View, Most Valuable Promotions, along with Holden Productions. And it all goes down Sunday, August 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern. That is 5 o'clock Pacific time on Showtime Pay-Per-View. Now, you can purchase the fight right now if you want through Showtime.com. The Showtime app is also available through all the major cable satellite providers here in the US and Canada as well. And you will see the problem child, Jake Paul, biggest fight of his career thus far, and he's taking on the former UFC world champion, Tyron, the chosen one, Woodley. The co-feature, arguably, pound for pound, the best female fighter in the world, the unified featherweight champion, Amanda, the real deal Serrano, defending her strap against the super bantamweight champion, Yamaleth Mercado. You'll also see the U.S. debut of the UK's two most popular attractions, the heavyweight, Daniel Dubois and Tommy Fury, who of course is the brother of the heavyweight champion, Tyson Fury. And this event all goes down at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Tickets still available. You can get them at rocketmortgagefieldhouse.com. On Anthony Taylor, who's making his second professional fight. Tommy, we already know what Tyson Fury is all about as a fighter. What will we learn about Tommy Fury, though, come Sunday night?
Just like to say a big thank you to everyone turning out. Really appreciate it, guys. Love to see you all. I'm very happy to be in Cleveland. Very happy to be performing in front of all you guys. Obviously, Tyson's very familiar over here. I'm about to be very familiar over here. I'm coming with my own package, my own game, and my own man. You're going to see that Sunday night.
Anthony, Tommy talked about his excitement making his U.S. debut. You can spoil that. He's also talked about Jake Paul a lot. You think he's overlooking you, Anthony, at all?
Absolutely. Like, I've been telling everybody, Tommy just feels like he's flying into Cleveland, step in the ring, and face it off with Jake Paul. Like, hey, I'm your opponent, bro. Like, don't look down. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm 5'7". Of course you're going to look down, but I mean, hey, like, just because you beat up 6 bums, you ain't going to beat me up.
Tommy, give you the final word here.
I just want to say one thing. If this man thinks I've overlooked him, he's very wrong. I'm training like I've got a shot at all these belts on Sunday night. I've put myself away for 8 weeks and grilled myself to the limit. I've been to hell and back for this fight. Jake Paul doesn't come into my mind once. I've not thought about him. I don't think about him. The only man I've thought about and I've been thinking about for this whole training camp is Anthony Taylor. Sunday night, I'll get the job done, and then whatever else lies ahead, we can think about them. But until then, this man's getting knocked out cold.
That's what they always say, man. I'm telling you, you're not going to touch me. You're not going to knock me out. You fought catfishing, bro. I'm not that guy. Like, you're not that guy. Trust me.
What have you done? What have you done, big man? What have you done?
I fought tougher opponents. Who have you?
I hope your bottom of your boots is going to be sponsored because everyone's going to be looking at that.
Paid off by Queensberry. Paid off
by Queensberry. Do you know what I say? The more they talk, yeah, the weaker they are. Talk all you want, enjoy all the limelight, lap it up, get as many deals as you said. Take all these cameras in, because I swear to God, you're going to give everybody an interview in the room, 100%, because you've been after it all week. So lap it up, because after Sunday night, it's over for you. So you can be back for whatever you're doing. So enjoy all this, enjoy the cameras, light camera.
Not a theory.
I'm not going to stop you. Go ahead.
You're not cut from the same cloth. Your brother.
Here's the great thing, folks. That's what starts the night off. That starts the night off. That's the first fight you'll see on pay-per-view. Then we get into a couple of 140-pounders, and we get Cleveland.
You are young, you are rich. You're admired by millions of people around the world. You are relatively charming, relatively handsome. Why is it that so many people around the world want to see you not only lose, but be embarrassed and sent to that place where time doesn't exist? Why is that?
Well, I think just going off of what you're saying, jealousy is one of the biggest evils in this world. I think there's a lot of people that are jealous that don't think I deserve to be in this spot, that wish they could be here. And I'm polarizing. I get it. I'm loud. I do stupid shit. I go to press conferences with my shirt off because I don't give a fuck what people think. And most people aren't like that. They hold what's inside their mouths. are scared to rub people the wrong way, I don't give a shit. No, the haters don't sign my paycheck. I do. So, that's why people don't like me. That's why some people want to see me lose. They think this is a circus. They don't think this is good for boxing. Well, guess what? It is. I'm here to stay, and I'm going to knock out this fucking guy and move on to the next one. I am overlooking Tyron Woodley. Most people sit up here like Fury, and he's like, oh, I have a tough opponent. No. When I know what's going to happen, when I'm confident in my skill, I'm already thinking about the next opponent.
Based on
Why do you think this guy's sitting right behind me right now? When you know what's going to happen,
Your time is coming, pal. Don't mention my name out that garbage mouth of yours.
When you know what's going to happen, it's easy. This is an easy sport.
Why would you not buy and come out to this fight? And it goes down this Sunday, August 29th. It is 8 p.m. That is 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 Eastern, Showtime, pay-per-view. You can purchase the fight right now, Showtime.com, through the Showtime app, all the major cable satellite providers, or you can go ahead and purchase your tickets right now. Rocket.
Get up, I'm for everybody. Don't say shit to me. Come on,
Everyone here? Everyone here?
It's the fight game, Jalen.
Yeah, bro,
It's the fight game, right? That's what happens.
I'm chilling, bro. It's part of the game.
How's
It's part of the game.
how's Jake Paul doing? You spar with Jake this camp as well?
We always fight.
How'd that go?
You know better, nigga. It's my motherfucking mom, nigga. You know better than that shit, cuz. Don't say shit to your motherfucker. You know that ain't cool. I didn't say you did, but you know it ain't cool. I check that shit, dog. I'm saying check that. I'm saying check that on some G shit. You a fucking old bitch.
Kick his ass, Woodley.
Check that shit.
Well, Woodley, you almost took him out yourself. You almost took him
Fuck
out
it.
yourself.
You heard me?
Yeah, I heard.
This ain't no joke, y'all.
Yep, I'm just gonna stay there.
It went too far. Now they can say what they want, yell and talk. You need to calm down. Calm down. You need to go and walk out.
Yeah, it's going good. Just stay, give us a little space.
Yeah, so I could keep you updated, but it's probably not gonna happen, to be honest. We could try to do it today, but
She was get. Oh, she was from here. Oh, where is she though?
That's what I'm saying. Here, I'll go.
Go get her.
Jake, what do you do from now until fight night? Just hang out with family?
Yeah, just chill. Get a little fucked up.
Get a little fucked up.
A
little early enough. You one of them boxes. You one of them boxes.
No.
It's already on Sports Center. Big deal. The little incident.
No, it's not. It's like, bro, it's like our moms are sitting next to each other. Like everything's chill, and then everyone just starts talking shit.
Yeah, but you kept your cool. It's not you doing that involved.
I know, but it always comes back to me. It's always, it's never, oh, these people. It's always Jake Paul's team and Tyron Woodley's mom. Like,
Anything to tell Woodley?
nah.
See him tomorrow.
Thanks, Jake.
Okay.
Jake, what'd you think of that?
Shut the hell up.
Oh, not bad.
I'm just fucking with you.
I was like, that was good though.
Another great one.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody was losing their shit except you.
I didn't like that, bro. That wasn't cool. It's not like everyone was in the wrong. It just looks stupid. Makes everyone look stupid.
But it just sold another 500,000 pay-per-view.
Bro, but
Yeah, I know. But I did tell Woodley that it's common in boxing. Like he's never seen anything like that.
if it was anything else other than that on this day, cool.
Yeah.
But
We still have 3 days.
Tommy, what'd you think about that dust up there at the press conference, man?
Don't know, mate. I'm not here to see that. I got straight out of there. I'm not interested in all that mid-fight.
What'd you think? Jake Paul didn't really kind of.
He's got no
mention you
balls,
too
mate.
much?
He said a lot when I was on the other side of the world in the UK, but when I'm over here, on the same table as him, zilch.
Yeah, were you surprised by that, or did you kind of expect that? Or?
No, it was kind of expected. But
obviously, you're going for your brother, obviously, right against Wilder Fury 3. How does it end? Do you see?
I see it ending quicker than it did last time. I think 5 rounds this time. Yeah. Anytime Tyson wants to, we can get him out of there.
What about Joshua Usyk, man? How does that play out?
We'll have to see. I think the size might be a bit too much for Usyk.
Yeah. Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate the time, man.
30 seconds on Anthony Taylor, who's making his second professional fight. Tommy, we already know what Tyson Fury is all about as a fighter. What will we learn about Tommy Fury, though, come Sunday night?
Just like to say a big thank you to everyone turning out. Really appreciate it, guys. Love to see you all. I'm very happy to be in Cleveland. Very happy to be performing in front of all you guys. Obviously, Tyson's very familiar over here. I'm about to be very familiar over here. I'm coming with my own package, my own game, and my own man. You're going to see that Sunday night.
Anthony, Tommy talked about his excitement making his U.S. debut. You can spoil that. He's also talked about Jake Paul a lot. You think he's overlooking you, Anthony, at all?
Absolutely. Like, I've been telling everybody, Tommy just feels like he's flying into Cleveland, step in the ring, and face it off with Jake Paul. Like, hey, I'm your opponent, bro. Like, don't look down. Yeah, I mean, I'm 5'7". Of course you're going to look down. But, I mean, hey, like, just because you beat up 6 bums, you ain't going to beat me up.
Tommy, give you the final word here.
I just want to say one thing. If this man thinks I've overlooked him, he's very wrong. I'm training like I've got a shot at all these belts on Sunday night. I've put myself away for 8 weeks and grilled myself to the limit. I've been to hell and back for this fight. Jake Paul doesn't come into my mind once. I've not thought about him. I don't think about him. The only man I thought about, and I've been thinking about for this whole training camp, is Anthony Taylor. Sunday night, I'll get the job done, and then whatever else lies ahead, we can think about them. But until then, this man's getting knocked out cold.
That's what they always say, man. I'm telling you, you're not going to touch me. You're not going to knock me out. You fought catfishing, bro. I'm not that guy. Like,
Stephen Cudeni. Oh, you look great. You look great. Stephen Cudeni right here with Mama Paul. Man, were you throwing blows in there too? Were you kind of getting in the mix?
I was not.
Good.
No, I am not a hothead. That's not true. I could be, but this was, literally just not the situation. This should have been between Tyron and Jake.
Right, definitely.
End of story.
Right, should have been for sure. Got a little chaotic though. That's a fight game. Are you kind of getting used to the fight game now? Kind of put 3 fights in and a couple fights in with Logan as well.
Yeah, I am. That doesn't mean I don't get extremely nervous.
Right.
Anything can happen in a fight. So.
Got to work on your left hook just in case.
Yeah, I don't think that would be. I think it would be the right.
Right, the right. There you go. Do you do camp out in Puerto Rico with your boys out there?
I go out to visit.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I stayed for a week or so, but
Nice.
they've only been there since the beginning of the year and COVID and all that. So I've only been there twice, but it's gorgeous.
I know. I'm sure parents, of fighters are always kind of nervous for their kids. That makes sense. But for you, most of them also do it when their kids are small. You know what I mean? You're kind of been thrown into it.
Right.
When your boys are a little older. Was that like a curveball you weren't expecting when they said they wanted to fight?
Definitely not expecting it. At first I was really, really nervous. The UK fight, we got through that and everybody survived. So it was like, oh, okay. But I think I wouldn't have picked boxing, but I realized how much they both love it and they've progressed so quickly just because they put so much effort into everything they do that I'm really proud of it. And I think Jake absolutely loves it and it has really helped him. So that makes me happy.
Yeah, I was going to say both your boys are thriving in the boxing game. It's they're taking over basically.
For sure, they are taking over, and that's usually what happens with them. So how wild is that?
Definitely. Thank you so much, Mom. Paul.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
your time. Thank you.
They're gonna fall. Hey, here we go on live radio. We're doing interviews and we're having some fun. I'm gonna knock out Tyron. Here we go. Skippity-doo, boobity hey, bobbity me. I'm having some fun and I'm walking by my feet.
Is that like a Disney jingle we don't know or something?
Why shirtless today, Jake? I thought the fight was today. I swear to God. I thought it was today. Hey, where are we going, by the way?
You go.
Oh,
wherever you're going.
Oh.
What'd you make of the chaos that happened in the press conference?
Oh. Just a bunch of hoopla.
Man, I'm done, man.
Yeah, I'm done. I quit. I quit. I quit.
Listen, bro. People is like, you said something to Tyron. I'm like, I ain't saying a word to nobody in there. Then I'm walking out. He's like, hey man, you.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
trying to blame you.
I'm like, what? I'm like, my man, I ain't say shit to your mother.
He needs to
bro.
cut you a check. That's what he needs
We
to do.
didn't do anything.
You didn't do nothing.
You don't know nothing about that.
Medicine.
Hey, you guys, I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Can I come with you?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys want to come? Come on. All right.
Jake, what'd you think about Pacquiao's last
I'm gonna
fight?
use the restroom. Oh man, he did good. He has a lot of heart. Ugas was just, the better fighter on that night. Boxing? Yeah.
You obviously, Tommy Fury, obviously being from the UK, we're interested in your
Timmy?
thoughts. Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
Number 1 and number 2, Jake. Just want to know how
I'm
long.
always number 1.
Yeah.
Jake Canelo Plant, man. What do you think about that fight?
I'm excited. I think it's Canelo's first true test, honestly, since, the Golovkin. So we'll see what happens.
Do you have any message to Usman? He said he was going to keep the fight, check it out. He says that he thinks Woodley will be able to take care of it, but obviously, you're looking to get right past him. Any messages, or do you want Usman still?
I don't know. I don't really have a message for that guy. He's just a guy with a. Yeah. Anyways.
How much you wearing in drip?
$5.
That's it.
How much the Rich Millie cost?
$5.
Are those the off-white dunks? That's Ken.
Yeah.
What lot number?
11.
I got 11 too. Yeah, I hit too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's Tyler. He works with.
Well, hey, Tyler.
We got an interview in Miami.
Yeah.
I got my hat. He was right there.
Yeah. Wow. Man. All right.
Thanks,
All right.
Are you going to sell more than your brother did with Floyd?
You bet your damn ass.
Steven Correño, Cal Sports. We're here with Jorge Capetillo. Man, a little drama right now, huh?
Yeah, I see the
kind of a lot, huh?
going on, It seems like the atmosphere is heat and everybody's ready to go.
It's that's how you know it's a fight week, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Stuff like that happens. You're working with Tommy Fury, man. How's he looking? He's relatively young, right, in the boxing game, like 7-8 fights, something like that.
Yeah, I got 6-0.
Right.
And I know he's looking in tip-top shape, man. He has a heart, he has a passion for boxing. He comes for for a family of fighters, with a legacy. And for me, that's a big legacy in boxing. So yeah, looking forward to Sunday night to perform. And like I said, he's in tip-top shape and ready to go.
And that should be a great performance. You've been fighting Jake Paul's sparring partner, and they have a little dust up too. Does that add anything to it? Just kind of maybe him wanting to take it out on that opponent as opposed to Jake?
You know what? Let me tell you this. At the end of the day, these men are fighters. They're boxers. They that's their job to do. To compete and obviously to win and beat the opponent. So with that said, no matter who's the opponent, no matter who's sparring who, at the end of the day, it's about performing and it's about winning.
Yeah, man. Tyson, I believe he's still in the UK, but he's coming back soon, right?
Yeah, he's coming back soon.
What's the latest you can tell me? What's going on? I mean, do you know what's going on with the training over there and stuff?
Yeah, everything, is working back in the UK, Unfortunately, the fight has to postpone because of COVID. But, he's happy, he's motivated. He got a newborn baby. And, sending my prayers to baby Athena back in the UK. And that we're just waiting for him. He's coming on the first week of September back in to continue the camp in Las Vegas. So yeah, man, he's looking forward to perform well and to get that knockout again.
With when he contracted COVID, were you around? Did you guys kind of see like maybe he's feeling sick or break down how did that kind of happen with the?
Oh, you know what? It just was protocol. We gotta all get tested. Everybody was good, but after tested. A few of the guys got positive. Tyson as well. We just got a few days, like a flu and stuff like that. Thank God he didn't have to go to hospital. Not even one of the camp. And that. So yeah. But the protocol said if you test positive, you have to obviously postpone the fight.
Yeah, well, thank God he's okay. It's a blessing.
For sure.
Some guys,
they go to the hospital and things like that. So, and obviously sending all the prayers to all the people that's struggling with COVID right now.
Want to get your take, brother?
Hello, everybody. We're trying to get everybody out of this room.
Joshua versus
Trying to clear the room, please. So unless you have business here, if we can clear the room,
AJ. Usually got a lot. It's a southpaw. That's a good technique, good footwork. I think I didn't see that much power on his last fight on the heavyweight, but we'll see. Obviously AJ is a bigger man, but I think if UFC know how to chop the tree, he might get. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, at the end of the day, it's the heavyweight division. Anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely, man. Manny Pacquiao just lost, 42 years old to Ugas. Just still there, obviously. Still kind of one of the top guys, but you can see he is 42 years old. What did you think about his performance?
Let me tell you this. Manny is one of the greatest fighters ever, man. I love Manny Pacquiao. It was in tip cliche. We put a lot of sacrifice. It was a pretty close fight, you know what I mean? Ugas did a good work, a good win. But I think Manny showed that he still belongs on the elite of boxing, even he's 42 years old, man. We just got a lot of respect for that, you know what I mean? So, I'll keep cheering for Manny. I love all the Filipino people. They've been treating me so well. So yeah, I hope to see Manny again.
If we do end up seeing Ugas versus Spence, being that they have 2 or 3 of the belts now in the division, how does that fight play out?
I think, like I said, Ugas did really good. He always do really good with southpaws. He's an Olympian. He's been in the game for forever. I would say, since kid. From the amateurs in Cuba. So yeah, I think Spence got a tough fight with Ugas. He just proved it. And we gotta be aware what is next. But I think that I gotta cheer for Ugas on the Spence fight. Obviously on the last one I was cheering for Manny Pacquiao. And I'm still cheering for Manny Pacquiao.
always. Man, Canelo versus Plant had
100% Canelo. 100% Canelo, man. I don't gotta say that much. Canelo's in his prime, the prime, king in boxing right now. And I gotta say, he's the best fighter in the world, and he's strong, and his game plan is in another level. So I think he's gonna knock him out.
Who is Canelo's biggest threat in the division, if not for Caleb Plant?
Man, I don't think right now Canelo has opposition, man. And maybe Benavidez can give it a good fight, but he's younger. You know what I mean? Canelo has Canelo is in his prime, man. The only thing Canelo is gonna lose when he's get old and time start slowing him down. But now, on 31, I think 31, 32, something around, he's in his prime, and I don't see him get beat.
What did man tell the fans? What else you got going on? Obviously, you got Tommy this weekend.
I got Tyson Fury. I got Luis Neri. I got Jesse Magdaleno. I got Tony DeMarco coming up. I got the Vargas boys, and we just there rocking in the gym,
Now you got a little factory going on over there.
And I got my son Dylan too.
Yeah, little beast running with Pacquiao. That was cool.
Yeah.
Talk about mentorship. That was
an amazing experience for him. I was running 6-8 miles a day. It was hard for him, but he pushed through. And like as he said to me, I feel like I'm dying, but I just gotta look at money and inspire me and just keep him going.
Your son's a beast, man. I jogged with Manny for like a minute and a half.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct.
And I was out of breath. Thank you so
I was
much.
just watching Manny run. I was out of breath.
Exactly. Thank you, I appreciate your time. Tommy, what'd you think about that dust up there at the press conference, man?
Don't know, mate. I'm not here to see that. I got straight out of there. I'm not interested in all that mid-fight.
What do you think? Jake Paul didn't really kind of.
He's got no balls, mate. You said a lot when I was on the other side of the world in the UK, but when I'm over here, on the same table as him, zilch.
Yeah, were you surprised by that, or did you kind of expect that? Or?
No, it was kind of expected.
But obviously, you're going for your brother Mayweather obviously right against Wilder Fury 3. How does it end? Do you see?
I see it ending quicker than it did last time. I think 5 rounds this time. Yeah. Anytime Tyson wants to, we can get him out of there.
What about Joshua Usyk, man? How does that play out?
We'll have to see. I think the size might be a bit too much for Usyk.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate the time, man.
30 seconds. Right here, Tony. Right here. All right, and face out. Face out, gentlemen. Okay, boys. Thanks.
The cameras in the back of the room, please.
All right, next. Thanks, fellas. Come on. Come on, next. Come on down.
Get in there, Jake.
Come on. You're a fairy. I'm a fairy. You're a catfish.
He said if he ran into Dana in the club, he'd knock him out. Dana's been known in the boxing world.
Oh my God.
You think Dana can't know himself? Or
Dana could
Dana's prime?
Yeah. No, not at all. But Dana would try, which would be funny and hilarious. But yeah, it would be, be a short one.
Maybe that's the next big fight. Dana White versus Jake
Dana
Paul.
knows better. You would never last one round, not even one round. So take that to the bank, put that on record. Dana would not last one round with Jake. Big gloves, little gloves. He wouldn't last one round with Jake. That'd be hilarious, though. So. Or Oscar. He keeps calling out Oscar too. He wouldn't last fucking 30 seconds with Oscar. So
yeah.
Can you talk about his relationship with Amanda Serrano? Because we talked about MMA fighters getting paid. Women fighters have not been getting paid, and he put her as a co-main event. This is a woman who's won world titles 9 times over in 7 different weight classes. How admirable of a trait is that to put the spotlight on women's boxing, which has been put to the back burner for so long?
I absolutely love it. And Nikisa, remember when we were getting this card all lined up and everything, we were deciding who's going to be on the undercard and everything. And, Nikisa, Jake's manager, made some excellent moves. Hey, Charles Conwell, Montana Love, getting the local guys from Cleveland and, getting the local people, riled up. But circling back to your question with Amanda, I mean, Amanda is, probably one of the most exciting female fighter ever born, honestly. Not only has she got all these wins, but she's got knockouts. She finishes opponents where, if you look at Katie Taylor and you look at Clarissa Shields, as good as they are, they don't get fighters out of there like Amanda. Amanda fights like a seasoned pro. She goes to the body, she attacks. She's just a savage fighter. And she's Puerto Rican, and as everybody in this room.
Tell us about what you're doing, because what we're all trying to figure out is what's the secret sauce.
Knows Jake relocated to Dorado. He's in Puerto Rico now. We started his Boxing Bullies anti-bullying campaign, that platform. We've done an event. We want to do events all over the country where Jake is putting boxing gloves on kids all over the country, giving them opportunities to train, to work out, setting up gym facilities for them. I mean, hate all you want, but I don't see anybody else out there doing that kind of stuff. So we're just going to put our nose down and keep working, and people can say what they want to say. But like what he does with, for fighters like Amanda, and Amanda's came up to me, and I've gotten to work with Amanda a couple times in camp. She's like, BJ, this is changing my life. You have no idea what this means to me. I will always look at Jake and always look at you guys in a different light, because you're really changing my life here. And I don't even, words can't even describe it. And that's what life's really about. You know what I mean? How many people can you help come up? And that's really what Jake's about. And people might not see that right now, but they will see it. Jake's about bringing other people up around him, and he's very good at it. So Jake can change your life in a second. Trust me.
BJ, what happened with
Jorge Masvidal and the kind of flip that happened between him and Jake. What do you know about that?
I'm not sure. I don't know. And I'm not going to speak on Jorge's behalf. We went to his gym one time. We trained with him a little bit. Not too much, just messing around. And he was very, very gracious, very nice. And something obviously happened along the way, and as it does in sports sometimes. And, now Jake's fighting Tyron. And Tyron and Jorge have been, teammates for a long time. And Jorge's kind of riding with this guy, which is understandable. So I don't really think it's too much bad blood, except for the fact that, in the fight world, that happens sometimes. And I'm going to stay out of that. I don't know.
DJ, from your experience with this journey, where you started with Jake, when no one believed in him, no one thought, now you're pay-per-view on Showtime. How's it been from your perspective?
I told him when I first went to Big Bear, they called me in December 19th to go in as a sparring partner before the Gibb fight. And, it was kind of crazy. I didn't really know who he was. And once I went into camp with him and sparred with him, I always like sparring with somebody to feel like what they do well. And, I was 3.5, 4 years removed from a world title fight. I wasn't in great shape, but at the same time, I still, for a couple rounds, I was a handful for anybody. And when I got in there and I felt what he was able to do and how he was able to attack, as green as he was and as inexperienced as he was, I liked the nuts and bolts of what he had. I really did. And I was like, you know what? I can do something with this kid. He's tough. He speaks his mind. He's a hard worker. He's a tremendous athlete. People don't know that about him, but he can take a shot and he can give a shot. Trust me. And this was 2 years ago. I just feel like I saw a lot of potential then. I saw a lot of possibility. And once we started cleaning up some of the basic mistakes he was making, he really started transitioning into a fighter who looked like he'd been fighting a lot longer than he has. He's got a tremendous team around him. I'm not even talking about myself. I'm talking about all around the board. Jacob Chavez, Jalen Love, his assistant Marcos, his strength and conditioning coach, G-Cut, Chef Byron, Jalen, like I said, Ocean Interbeing, the guy who does all his healing and his massages and everything. I mean, there's so many components to this great team, and he's got a good team around him. So I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. But to be in his second 8-round fight on a Showtime pay-per-view on a platform as large as Showtime, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, when has that ever been done?
And a fourth fight?
And a fourth fight in an 8-round fight. I mean, that alone is credible right there. Most guys are still fighting 4-rounders. Much like 6-rounders now, his second 8-rounder already wins 3-0. That's he's working his ass off. So got to give him credit.
So you did get hit by Jake. It's sparring.
Yeah, about 2 years ago. Yeah, he took a couple himself. But, I definitely got hit a couple times. Yeah.
What did you make of yesterday's events between Mama Woodley and the D-Cut and all that?
I think
what was the conversation had afterward?
I think it got blown out of proportion. The thing about it is, and you got to respect Woodley's team, which I do, and you got to respect our team, which it didn't seem like there was a lot of that going on. Which whatever, we're the OGs. We're not worried about it. They got to fight on Sunday. But you got to realize when it's 3 days before the fight, and both teams' families and best friends are in the crowd, and there's yelling stuff, and D-Cut hears something, the mom yells something. It's easy to get things, mixed up like that. And my feeling is, whenever a mother is yelling for her son, just let her yell whatever she's yelling, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Let her yell. Mothers are sacred. It's something very important. But at the same time, when that goes into the sister running over and cussing him out and getting in front of his face and all that, and then the other guy coming over and pulling his knife out, I mean, what the hell? Like, come on, who brings that to a press conference? So just, you know what I mean? It's just like it got out of control, got out of hand. We're fine. We already hit the clear button. Jake handled it like very professional. He apologized, even though he didn't even say anything. He just kind of was up there trying to promote the fight. But it is what it is. He's ready to go Sunday. But I think it got blown out of proportion. And we obviously don't have any disrespect towards Mrs. Woodley at all, Mama Woodley. I love that she's in her son's corner. I think it's great. And, really a lot of respect to their entire team. Pedro Diaz, he's a Hall of Fame trainer. Gerald Tucker, I've known, of him for almost 20 years. I mean, he's got a good team behind him. So I give Tyron respect for going out and finding good people to put him in the best position to win this fight that he possibly can. He's got a very good team around him. I mean, Pedro Diaz is a mastermind. He's really good. So it's going to be an exciting little duel between us on Sunday.
DJ, how'd you go from sparring to then training Jake? How did that transition?
It's a good question. I guess it kind of worked out where I went to Big Bear and Shane Mosley was the head trainer, and he had a family vacation planned for about, I think, 6 months that his wife had set up for him. And I was there, sparring with Jake. And when I was sparring with him and I was looking back on the films of us sparring, I was showing Jake little things.
Stream live TV from 85 plus channels and save up to $500 a year with YouTube TV. Try it free.
Things, things that he was making errors on that could improve his efficiency, that can improve his punch speed from A to B instead of going here or a hitch or bringing it back or doing little things that he just didn't even realize he was doing. So we broke down the film and we looked at it and I was showing him different things and he was like, hey, can we work on that on the mitts? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So we worked the mitts, and the first time we worked the mitts, he was like, man, I've never worked the mitts like that. That's something that, man, I don't know what you're doing on the mitts, and that's how, my father, Kenny Adams, they had always worked the mitts with me. So to me, it was like nothing. And Jacob had always worked the mitts with me like that. So I kind of, that's how I'd worked the mitts my entire career. So after we worked the mitts a couple times, Jake told me, and we were looking at film, Shane was actually gone on the family vacation for like 8 or 9 days. And this was 6 weeks before the fight. So you can't miss, a week before, you can't miss a week, 6 weeks before a fight. You can't miss a day. You can't miss a session. You got to be locked in, head down, focused every single session. So I kind of got in, I helped a little bit. And then when Shane came back, Jake told Shane, and I talked to Shane a little bit, and they kept me around as an assistant to do the mitt work, help break down film with Shane. And me and Shane kind of came up with a game plan with Gibb, and we worked together. And it was just a massive honor to work with, a Hall of Fame fighter and a great fighter like Shane Mosley, who really went out of his way to make Jake, make him feel comfortable and give him credibility, because Shane's, one of the biggest names in boxing. And when he brought Jake up to Big Bear and was, helping him get ready for the fight and working with him, it gave Jake a lot of credibility. And I just kind of fit in wherever I fit in. And I really thought that would be the only fight I'd work with Jake. After we knocked out Gibb, I went home, went back to Arizona, was hanging out, partying, getting back to work, doing real estate stuff, getting in on the stock market again, trying to find out if I was going to buy crypto or Doge or what I was going to do. And then I got a call from Jake to, move out to California a couple weeks later. So that's kind of how it started.
Sure. I mean, it's whenever you got to go, just let me know.
No, I don't want to be an asshole.
No, for sure. Cal Art of Sports, we're here with the great Ariel Helwani. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Hey,
you nailed it.
Man, this that just erupted, man. Just in their kind of part of the fight game, or just kind of maybe inappropriate. What do you think?
I think it's part of the fight game, but I also think that moms and stuff should not be involved. You got to respect, especially a legend like Mama Woodley, who's like royalty, if you ask me. Just like one of the nicest human beings you will ever meet. I don't like to see that. As a mama's boy myself, I don't like to see that. So I give Jake a lot of credit. I just spoke to him and he said he doesn't like to see that either. So I think trash talk, everything is good. Everything is good. But moms and stuff, I don't love.
Gotta keep that out.
Yeah.
Gotta get your take, man. I know you're a fight fan overall, MMA and boxing. Manny Pacquiao just fought Dennis Ugas on Saturday night. Took the loss, but it's 42 years old, still a legend. What do you think about that fight?
I always feel weird when people try to tell fighters to retire, to hang it up, blah blah blah. Because who are we? No.
Did you know that the average adult has 5 to 20 pounds of toxic poop in their body at any given moment?
Everyone telling me to retire. I mean, some crazy people online might, but you know what I'm saying? Like respected voices. That being said, it is clear that he is not the Manny Pacquiao of old. It's clear that Father Time, like with everyone, has caught up. He's not getting embarrassed. He's not getting knocked out in the first round, but 42, like it's just, it's a tough spot. I can't imagine how Errol Spence felt watching that, right? Because he probably felt like, man, that should have been me getting the rub, and I could have probably fought him and beat him and gotten, a whole other platform as a result of beating him. But yeah, if the question is, do I need to see Manny Pacquiao fight again? Do I need it? Do I want it? No, I don't. He's done enough. He's a legend. Nothing will change. Nothing that happens now will change what he did in the past. And I'd love to see him go out healthy and with everything intact and move on to the next phase of his life.
With Ugas, it looks like him and Spence. Well, obviously, between the two of them, they got 3 belts. Well, how does that fight play out when that happens?
Well, the other thing is, like, when's Spence going to be healthy? He has a serious injury. I mean, there's a guy on this card, Daniel Dubois, who suffered a serious injury, not necessarily a torn retina, but a broken eye socket. That stuff is serious, especially if you're a fighter. I mean, there are fighters that I covered back in the day. Josh Koscheck comes to mind, who broke his orbital bone against GSP, and he said that, like, he couldn't feel his mouth, he couldn't feel a side of his face for years afterwards. Like, it was completely numb. So obviously every injury is different, every break is different, but I feel like you got to be careful with that sort of thing. So I hope Errol doesn't rush it. Obviously, that would be a big fight now. And I know Ugas has a very loyal following with the Cuban community. Obviously, Spence is an incredible fighter. I want to see Spence Crawford like everyone else. Hopefully that happens in the future as well. But most important, I just hope that Spence, a guy who's overcome a lot already, is able to come back and be 100%.
Definitely, man. Another big fight. Got to get your take on Wilder Fury 3 happening in October. Break that one down for me.
Well, I think that there are certain matchups where you have one guy who has the number of the other guy. For example, in MMA, there was a fighter named Uriah Faber, who was amazing. But every time he fought Mike Brown, he would lose. I think this is the same sort of thing. I don't know why I thought of that fight in particular, but you get the point. I think Fury just has Wilder's number. And I think, obviously, Wilder is allowed to exercise his right to get the fight, to get the rematch, the trilogy, whatever. And obviously, that was a smart business play, but I thought his demeanor at the press conference was a little odd. It makes me think that he's not over it. It makes me think that he's still got some things to figure out, and Fury is just as cool as can be. Now, I don't think that will result in a Fury who doesn't take Wilder seriously, because I think Fury understands that there are big opportunities ahead if he gets by Wilder. Obviously, I would have liked to see Fury versus Joshua next, like the rest of the world. But I would be surprised if Fury loses. I think he has Deontay Wilder's number.
Does the COVID thing change your opinion about that at all? I mean, it's kind of an unknown, right?
Yeah, it is an unknown, and we've seen fighters lose. I mean, DC, my guy, got COVID and he lost, but he looked pretty good. He looked better than he did in the second fight. So we've seen fighters be affected by it. We've seen fighters not be affected by it. It's the great unknown right now. Who the hell knows? But I hope he's okay, and I hope that it doesn't affect him whatsoever.
You mentioned Joshua. Joshua has a big fight against Usyk, former unified or undisputed rather, cruiserweight champion. Obviously fought a couple fights at heavyweight, but how does that play out?
I like Joshua a lot. I like the new Joshua, the Joshua post-loss. I think, people rag on him for being boring or using his jab too much. Like, I think that's beautiful, man. I think a big heavyweight like that, who is able to be that good of a technical boxer, to me, sign me up. Like, I thought he looked tremendous against Ruiz. I really did. So I'd like to see that fight. I hope it actually comes to fruition. I think Usyk is great as well, great character. Boxing is great, and heavyweight boxing, it's been a while since it's been this interesting, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Last one I want to get your take on, man. Canelo versus Plant, unification 168, first one ever. How does that play out?
Canelo, he's on a different level right now. He's looking really, really good, coming into his prime. I wish we could have seen this Canelo against Floyd Mayweather back in the day, but Floyd got him a little too early. Much respect to Floyd for that one. He was able to pick him apart when he was not quite ripe, if you will. But I think Canelo has looked great. I thought he looked really good on the back end of his last fight. And, Planta's look good, and I love these unification bouts. This is what boxing needs. We need more of this stuff. We need less ABC titles. We need less splintering of the belts. We need less politics, less promoters, less sanctioning bodies. I take it back. I like the promoters. I like when there's options. I don't like the sanctioning bodies because they're all a little corrupt, if you ask me. But this type of stuff is very good for boxing, and I'm happy to see Canelo try to get these fights to make these fights happen.
Ariel, thanks for your take, man. Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
You alright? You good?
You know, you don't need me though. You know, I know. To my OnlyFans.
Anthony Taylor, 176, 175, 175. I'm sorry, got that to 175.
Hey, I don't mean nothing. I'm packing a whole lot of heat. I swear to God, I'm gonna beat his ass. You'll mark my words. Mark my words, mate.
Talking to Skelly about some numbers you're at. Anytime.
Tommy Fury.
I need 40%. 40% of that purse.
179.
Oh, you make weight? Okay.
Step back here, go right around to the left.
I thought you wanted to go and make weight. Well, we got a fight, y'all. I was hoping to come overweight, but we got 8. Yeah, I got. Fight. Sorry, guys. You're not going to hear from me for a whole nother day and a half. So, there's your last chance. Subscribe to me, Rampage, OnlyFans, and y'all have a good day.
I didn't know
Shoes off. Hey, I got a request, ladies. Please don't look at my.
Yo,
Beverly Mercado.
Oh, yeah. Well, done already.
124. Mercado, 124. Serrano. 124. Okay. So it's a 4-round fight. Sorry for you guys, but fortunately it's a 4-round fight. We did this because obviously he's cutting all that weight, but we're gonna have a good fight, and I'm gonna come out victorious, and we're gonna do people's elbow after the fight.
They didn't give you an explanation why?
Nope.
Did they give you another zero on the check, something?
I can't really talk about that as far as purse-wise, but I'm glad that he's healthy. I'm glad that he made weight. Him and his team are here. He's ready to fight. And Tommy, I appreciate you coming and taking this fight, because a lot of people are not man enough to take this fight. You know, thank you for Queensboro for having you come out here. But like I said, I'm not pleased that we went from 8 rounds to now 6 to now 4 rounds. So the original fight agreement was supposed to be 8 rounds for this fight. But now I'm stuck fighting 4 rounds because something on his end
No.
or whatever. So explain it, please.
Because you're 0-1, right?
Yes.
No commission is going to let someone 0-1 go past 4 rounds.
Okay.
Even though they allowed it in 6 here, he would have been suspended in Great Britain.
That's not my concern if he's suspended in Great Britain.
That's the truth.
That's not my, okay, that's not my concern if you're suspended in Great Britain. Show up, show out. You'll probably be suspended about 2 to 3 months. But hey, we would have had the rematch.
Can I ask you a question? Does he work for the commission?
I'm the promoter.
You're the promoter of the whole show, yeah.
It's just Tony Holden.
You said that no commission. You're going to film me.
I'm going to film you.
All right. No commission would let someone who's 0-1 go more than 4 rounds.
No, they can, and they would here. They let it go 6.
Okay. So how's Woodley going 8 if he's 0-0?
He's going 8?
Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, but he's got MMA experience.
So does he?
I do too.
So I'm just saying that it's a Great Britain thing where they would have suspended, if he went past 6, Tommy Fury would have been suspended when he got home.
Really? Why?
Yeah. That's Great Britain's rule. I mean, check it out. That's what we were told. That's what they dropped.
They're saving your fighters. Like I said, it has shit to do with me. You're saving your fighter, Clearberry. Frank Warren, it's okay. Tommy's not a real man to go 6. I was going to break him down. I'm not happy because they're taking away my advantage of my cardio and taking them to deep waters. He knew.
So you think something nefarious is going on?
Absolutely. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about purse. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm glad that he made weight. But I'm just saying I'm just not pleased and happy of how this has been handled last minute on Fury's team as part. Nikisa and Holden Promotion, they've done a great job. They informed me ahead of time. These guys have been professional. I'm happy to be working with them. I'm happy to be on the card. Thank you to Nikisa and Holden Promotion. Thank you guys. And this is a better time for me to shine. I'm here at this very moment, manifested this day.
When did you find out?
I found out last night. Right when after it happened, Nikisa called me, told me the situation was going on. I agreed to the bout because I want to fight. I'm a warrior.
And actually, Nikisa nor myself handled Tommy. We're neutral.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a situation. And I wish every fighter could talk like him. The sport would be huge.
Hey, I'm the pretty boy, man. Like, this is not a front, y'all. I've been like this in MMA since day 1. Since I fought on the big stage against James Gallagher at Bellator. This is my personality. And the boxing world and MMA world need more of this personality. If all you fighters complain about making money and stuff, listen, it's your job as a fighter to promote yourself, to build your brand. If you're upset because Jake Paul is making all this money, build your YouTube brand, get 20 million subscribers, bring them to the world of boxing. Build your brand. Everybody's complaining about fighter paying at it. Yeah, I get it. But build your brand, build your work, know your work. Manifestation, baby. We're out.
You already waited. Oh, he didn't eat it. Okay.
Ready? We're ready. Okay. Both of them come out here. Tyron. Okay. Still with the doctor? Oh, he's here. You ready, Doc? Hey, Bernie. We're gonna go. Okay. Hey, Tyron. Okay. Okay. You ready to go? Yes, sir. Jake Paul!
Yes, sir.
What Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, sir. Good.
Yeah, and this one. Yeah.
Feels good.
Make sure I go down or go big. Somebody look you now, make sure that I'm from the tables. When you get it to that, you get that shit too contagious. I might check out with the that shit get the papers. That is how my shit ain't gotta watch my language. That's how we
Jake, how you feeling? Oh, real good, real good. Everything's done.
Great job, Jake. Great job. That was very smart.
They gotta be come in the ring in a wheelchair.
I should be coming out. Okay, cool. But he had to be out here. Posting out. There's a lot of
The main event, please welcome the tattoo artist, Tattoo Baby.
Baby, it is great to meet you. She has more Instagram followers than this entire theater combined. This is actual royalty in front of us as well. Tattoo Baby, you have been brought out here by Jake Paul, but you want to make clear you're down the middle, right? You're unbiased. You are here to tattoo the loser if it's Jake Paul or Tyron Woodley, correct?
I'm a tattoo artist. I got hired to do a job. Whoever loses this fight, be ready for me.
Now, is there a certain spot that you would like to tattoo the loser on? Is there a spot that you have picked out, or will you leave that to the loser?
If it was up to me, not hard, but I'll let them choose.
And finally, this is going to happen if it's up to you in the locker room immediately after the fight is over. Is that the plan?
That's the plan.
Tattoo Baby, everyone. Show some love. Thank you.
Now we have another special guest we'd like to hear from. Certainly he is very impartial, ladies and gentlemen. How about a hand for social media sensation, multi-talented YouTube magnet, the Maverick, Logan Paul.
Look at my man. It is great to meet you for the first time. I know it's your brother fighting, but this is your hometown. You guys grew up here. You came from very little. And we just sold 20,000 tickets where the Cavs play. What does this moment mean for the Paul family?
Everything. This is literally everything. Everything we've ever worked for in our life. It's funny, I just came from the house I grew up in. And, you know, we did come from humble beginnings, and you hear us talk about it, to see it come to fruition in real life. Finally, after 7 years of building, we get to bring it all home. This is a dream come true, man. I'm so proud of Jake. Cleveland, I love you. Just getting started. We'll be back many times. First and many. Jake's gonna make history on Sunday. Be there. Damn, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, guys, you've competed as well. You just went up against arguably the greatest of all time, Floyd Mayweather. More nervous to watch your brother fight than when you're in the locker room about to fight yourself?
Always. You know, he's my blood. You know, he's my kin. I love him more than anything in the world. And, you know, it's you want him to do well. But for Floyd, you know, there were no nerves. And every time Jake fights, you know, I feel it a little bit. But I know he got it under control. He can get the job done. It's going to be good.
All right, let's get real crazy now. Let's bring back the Barstool boys here. Real worlds collide. Logan Paul, Dave Portnoy, Big Cat. You know this guy? Have you heard of him? Yeah, works with the boys. Yes. Hey, my bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. These are all boys. I'm sorry. I think that the moment is now. We're about to see Jake and Tyron. I don't want you to offend anyone, Dave, but can we get the official El Prez prediction? Yes, guys, I think Jake is sit on the fence. Come on. Jake's too big for him. I think Jake knocks him out. I Ask him out early or late? Earlier rather than later. I think the later it goes, it favors Woodley. We're going to get rough and rowdy out there. But Big Cat, your official prediction, what is it? Oh, what's happening? What's happening? I'm going down. What's happening, Logan?
You got him, look at you. Walk up the front line, get on stage, and show me what your pussy on.
It's all good. I got your back. I got your back. Just I'm sorry about that. Big Cat, your prediction as well.
I was literally saying, like, don't drop Paul. They thought put asses in the seats. Jake Paul's probably gonna knock him out. I'll say a minute and a half into the fight.
And Logan, I know you're going for your bro, but how does he win Sunday night?
It's a knockout, a big right hand. It always is for Jake. Don't crucify that thing. I said it before, I'll say it again after he knocks out Tyron with his right hand. Round 2 or 3, it's not going past it.
Jimmy, no respect for the chosen one here. No one's picking Tyron Woodley. We're going to find out tomorrow. But for now, we got to bring out Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley.
This time, once again, this is for the WBC, the WBO, and the IBO Featherweight Female World Championship. The weight limit is 126 pounds even. First to the scale at this time in her 5th world title appearance. She is the challenger. She is the WBC Super Bantamweight World Champion Mercado. Mercado weighs in at a 124 pounds. 124 pounds for the challenger Mercado. And now on to the scale at this time with a tremendous professional record of 40 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 30 minutes knockout. She's the defending WBC Featherweight World Champion and the real deal, Amanda Serrano. Amanda Serrano weighs in the same as her opponent, 124 pounds, 124 for the real deal, Amanda Serrano.
Big moment for you representing Puerto Rico. If I could just have you over here. You are one of the best female fighters on the planet. You have not lost in almost a decade. You have won 26 in a row. You're winning fights in boxing and in MMA, but I know you feel sometimes you don't get the respect that you deserve. Is this the moment? Is this the fight that finally gets you the respect that you deserve?
I definitely believe so. Right now, leading up to this fight, got more attention, more fans, more people. I don't know, I have so many fans here in Cleveland. This is the time now. Thank Jake Paul, Showtime Boxing for this opportunity, for believing in me. I've made history on Showtime, and I hope and I plan I can continue to make history here.
I wish you the best of luck. This is one of the best fighters on the planet, regardless of gender. Put some respect on Amanda Serrano's name, everyone.
Time has come for the main event of the evening. Brought to you by Most Valuable Promotions, Home Productions, and Showtime Pay-Per-View. At this time, please welcome to the stage from St. Louis, Missouri, making his boxing debut, the former MMA star and tremendous UFC welterweight champion of the world, the chosen one, Tyron Woodley. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, from Cleveland, Ohio. 3 wins, no losses, all 3 wins coming by way of knockout. The media and boxing sensation. Escorted by the Logan Paul, ladies and gentlemen, the world child, Jake Paul. Cruiserweight special attraction scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. First in the scale, 2-time All-American and Big 12 wrestling champion. Making his boxing debut, please welcome the former renowned UFC welterweight champion of the world, the chosen one, Tyron Woodley.
That's our department.
The end of the main event. Please welcome the top two artists, Tattoo Baby.
Baby, it's great to meet you. She has more Instagram followers than this entire theater combined. This is actual royalty in front of us as well. Tattoo Baby, you have been brought out here by Jake Paul, but you want to make clear you're down the middle, right? You're unbiased. You are here to tattoo the loser if it's Jake Paul or Tyron Woodley, correct?
I'm a tattoo artist. I got hired to do a job. Whoever this is despite,